Alrighty, it's been a bit since I've done, my eyes wandering because I'm looking at the camera over here. Adam Bessie, my partner in crime, always tells me, look at the lens, look at the lens. Anyways, I'm gonna look at the lens. So it's been a bit, but I'm excited to start putting out some content again. Today I want to talk, there's a blooper reel if I knew how to edit video. Today I wanted to chat about something that's come up a lot. I've been involved in quite a bit of, some detailed analysis of analytics and helping some businesses really understand, is their website performing? Is it generating them business? Is there really value in them updating it or paying to get a new website built? And, sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no. But through that process, we always try to identify KPIs, so key performance indicators of whether or not your website is actually succeeding in its objectives. A lot of businesses, have websites that were built 10 years ago, and they don't know. So, we usually get analytics installed and then start digging into that data to figure out what's going on. So KPIs and analytics and Google Analytics are, they're pretty standard. Every web geek out there is going to say, well, you need to look at, or every digital marketing specialist, every SEO person, great people, not just geeks, are going to say, well, your standard KPIs are going to be total sessions, organic traffic sources and acquisition of users, how many people are finding you on Google, conversions, how many people are submitting that form on your website or purchasing something on your website, and things like that. But there's some additional layers, if you get a little bit more granular, that you need to look into when you're looking at KPIs, because a lot of traditional brick and mortar type businesses might not, might not have a store online, or maybe understanding how many people found them from Google it's relevant, but not the only thing they should be looking at. And I wanted to speak to kind of one conversation I had recently with a business who, they have a website, they're a mechanical repair type business, and they have a contact form on their website, but their type of clientele, the demographics, you can't debate it, are not the type to fill out a form on a website. They're the type to pick up the phone and call and ask a question. So we started drilling into that, and we started talking about offsite KPIs and numbers. Okay, well, how many calls do you think your business gets per month? And we kind of set that benchmark. Okay, there's 75 calls a month. Now let's look at the contact page on your website where the phone number is listed, and your additional information on how to reach you and your email address and things like that, and kind of benchmark that data. So right now we're getting, you're getting 75 phone calls. A lot are probably from Google, just Google My Business, a lot are from Yellow Pages and things like that, but we do see that there's people going to the website. So there's 50 unique visitors to the website that continue on and go to the contact page. So let's benchmark that number, and let's benchmark your total calls. Now let's put some work in, execute some digital strategy, and put some thought into driving more people through to your website, creating some awareness, and see if there's a correlation between your incoming calls and your visits to your contact page. And over the course of a few weeks even of driving some ad traffic through to the website, that was the case. More people going to the website meant more people going to the contact page, which meant more people picking up the phone and calling. And these, again, aren't people, for all you geeks out there that know this stuff, these aren't the people that are going to click on a link on their cell phone. These are the people literally that are going to browse to a website, look at the phone number, dial it, and then call the business and ask them a question. That's the demographic of who they're dealing with. So we set up that KPI then. Okay, we know that going forward, the more people we get, qualified traffic we get to your website that then view your contact page, correlates to an increase in calls, which increases to which then there's a percentage of calls that you get every month that generally converts to a sale or a service in that case. So looking at KPIs is, you can take your standard KPIs, unique page visits, unique visitors, unique page visits, sessions, time on page, sources of traffic and things like that. But sometimes you need to get a little bit more granular with looking at your KPIs, because depending on the sector you're in and the target demographic and the customer base and how they interact with your business, your website might be supporting you and you don't even know it. And there's ways to increase business without having to go down the traditional digital road of saying, well, we need to get more conversions to a contact form, because that just might not work for you. So I guess to summarize all of this, What I'm saying is, KPIs, website and analytics and digital ecosystem KPIs can differ for every sector, and the business owner really needs to think about how their website could potentially be servicing their business by generating leads and new sales. Boom!